Got pain or mobility restrictions? Well, then you stumbled upon the right video. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Sarah. I have a Bachelor of Science in Physical Therapy and I'm a certified strong fit coach. And I'm also my own guinea pig. I know what it's like. Okay, I relate. In this video, I assess my 72-year-old mother and I provide her with a plan going forward. She presented with low back pain on the left side that radiates to the left hip. And it's worse when she walks, sits, and lifts stuff. And by stuff, I mean her king-size mattress. The first thing you'll notice is my mother's gait, like the way she's walking. You can tell she's in pain. We call this antalgic gait.
Like it's hurting? It's burning there, but it's starting to burn here a bit.
So what's happening is you're compensating with muscles you're not supposed to use for the job. So that's why those muscles are hurting, because they've been wearing a superhero cape on behalf of your crappy muscles, and they're exhausted and they're screaming at you. And that's what causes pain in the body when you're using the wrong muscles for the job.
There, see when I told you when I walk a lot and then it twinges here?
Am I boring?
No, it's him. He brought you the stick.
He walks great. Antalgic gait. So the first thing I noticed is that she decreases the stance time on the leg that's more painful, the left leg, and she achieves this by being really quick with the swing phase of the right leg. So what's going on here? Her glute muscles are just not firing, they are weak. Now, the glutes are a very important muscle. I mean, there's a reason why they're the biggest muscle on the body, so it would make sense that you'd actually want to be able to tap into them, because that'll make you obviously move with better movement patterns and it'll make you a better athlete as well. Now, don't assume that she can't fire her glutes just because she's old. Sorry, Mom, I didn't mean that you're old. For most of us, even athletes, the glutes aren't working or they're weak. In fact, this is something that I'm even trying to rectify on my own body. And the good news is that glutes are actually relatively easy to strengthen if you know what you're doing. So your glutes extend your leg behind you, hip extension, and they're also responsible for keeping your motor patterns within normal limits. I consider them to be the foundation of your core. So if you want to be stable proximally, you need to have a solid foundation. I mean, would you build a house on sand? No. So you don't want your glutes to be sand. Now, if your glutes are weak, then inappropriate muscles are going to compensate. It's basically a workaround. So inappropriate muscles put on their superhero cape. Hey, glute max, no big deal that you can't do your job. We'll just do your job for you. And we're gonna sacrifice ourselves because we're martyrs. So now we're gonna get all hurt and messed up and cause pain and problems. But don't worry, we got you covered. In other words, you're going to compensate with the wrong muscles if you suffer from lazy glute maxosis. I made that up. Now, you're probably like, but she has low back pain, and now you're saying the problem is her glutes. But here's the thing, weak glutes will present differently because we're all going to compensate differently. So for some people, it will present as pain in the tensor fascial lata. You've probably heard of IT band syndrome, very common in runners with no glutes. Or piriformis syndrome, which is actually another symptom my mother was presenting with, sciatica. So because the glutes aren't working, the piriformis, which is like a little tiny butt muscle, is like, hey, no problem, I'll take over. So it gets obviously really inflamed and overworked, and that causes it to impinge on the sciatic nerve and cause sciatica. And other people will compensate with their low back muscles, and if one glute is weaker than the other side, then it can really piss off the QL, the quadratus lumborum on one side, and when that muscle's in spasm, that's no fun. I speak from experience. Other people may present with groin strains, proximal hamstring tendinopathy, hip flexor tightness and pain. I mean, we're all unique snowflakes, so we're all going to compensate in our own unique ways. The one thing that is in common with all of these scenarios is weak glutes. Have you ever noticed that people with really strong, well-activated glutes are pretty much immune to all these problems? Just saying. So how do you strengthen glutes? Well, from my own personal experience, I can tell you that doing heavy squats didn't help me. All it did was strengthen my compensatory, I went to school in Quebec, okay? Compensatory patterns, compensatory movements. And using heavier loads, like piling on the plates, it didn't force my glutes to maximally contract either. Instead, what it did is it gave me really bad low back pain and knee pain. So what's the solution? It's the very basic Pilates and physiotherapy exercises. I call them body broccoli exercises. Everybody in my Strength Academy is familiar with these exercises. The key point is that you need to start at step 1. You can't start at step 50. So you'll see in this video that I start my mom at step 1. These exercises may seem underwhelming at first, but they are vital for fixing your ish and making you stronger and more mobile and more bulletproof. To overwrite inappropriate compensatory patterns and get the glutes firing, the key is to activate them in a low stress environment with low loads and in positions that will prevent the helper muscles from kicking in. I started my mom with unloaded isolation movements so she could learn how to fire the glutes, so she could actually understand what it feels like for them to turn on and feel that burn. So we did a lot of isometrics. And I encouraged her to experiment so she could figure out what positions and what exercises work the best for her. And when she figures that out, to really work on those ones every single day. Normally she vacuums her house, but now she's learning how to vacuum her abs. So we've been working on the diaphragm reset. So you can see when she exhales through her nose that she's able to activate the low abs, the pelvic floor. She's using the diaphragm. I've got her arms down here, which prevents her from arching her low back and just helps her engage everything. So this was the first step. It's teaching her how to actually activate her core, because that's what's going to keep her lumbar spine stable. So ideally I want her to do this during many activities of daily living so it becomes innate, so that when she moves her mattress next time, she won't hurt her low back. I've added the tactile feedback from the wall to help her turn on her glutes. And as she intensifies the contraction, her butt actually lifts up a little bit off the floor. And she's feeling the glute max. We just defined the difference between the glute max and the glute med. The glute max being more here, the glute med being the side bone. So what we've done is we've experimented with a few different exercises to find the one that works the best for her, and that'll be her homework. I don't want to give her too much homework. Literally, I want to give her like 1 or 2 things max, because then she'll actually do it. We noticed that when I put this here, it really helps her to use the VMO, the inner hamstrings, and the glute max. So I'm getting her to do a mini bridge. Remember, my mom is 72. So now she's still doing the vacuum breathing through the nose while she's doing this, which is absolutely fantastic. She's focusing on 3 points of contact with each foot. We've made a progression here to the glute plank. So everything's the same with the breathing, the vacuuming. She's pretending there's the imaginary yoga block here, so that helps her to torque in. I was holding the ball just because she's new to this, but eventually we will progress to it being an unstable surface, so she is going to start working her transverse abs more. So this is also going to be her homework, glute planks. Good job, Mom. Don't forget to breathe. And I told her to hold it until she feels warmth and heat in the glutes, and then hold it a little bit longer to really feel the heat. Like, let's fry some egg whites on your glutes. Next one we're doing is teaching her how to turn on her quads.
Very fun.
Specifically her VMOs. So I actually had her palpating her VMOs, her vastus medialis obliques, and her quads. And I tell her to straighten her knees as hard as she can. And I actually have her dorsiflexed, maintain the dorsiflexion until she feels heat. Like, it should be shaking, like fasciculating. Now, my mom is one of those people who just flops into a chair or flops on the toilet. So I wanted to teach her how to engage her glutes throughout the eccentric portion of the squat. So I scaled the exercise quite a bit for her. I have her doing it partial weight bearing, and she actually hangs onto the sink on her bathroom counter to do this. Well, here we're gonna practice squatting with isometric holds. So she literally goes an inch and then she holds it and she asks herself, are my glutes on? Am I sucking the tampon further up into the vaginal canal? I should explain the tampon trick. So this is to help you engage your pelvic floor. Pretend there's a tampon in your vaginal canal and you're trying to suck that tampon higher up into your canal. So basically she has to pretend she's holding in explosive diarrhea. Now she's gonna lower an inch. She's gonna ask herself the same questions again. Is the tampon trick happening? Does she feel heat in the glute max? Then she'll go a little bit further. Exactly.
I might have shit myself.
Did you shit your pants? But did you feel heat in the glute max?
Yeah.
Yes!
Well, yeah, there.
Good. Did it bother your knees?
No.
Did it bother your back?
No.
That's a huge win right there. The good news is that now she's learning how to apply the glute activation to her activities of daily living. So she's turning on her glutes when she's walking.
It feels weird, like I'm walking like I have a pickle up my ass.
Good, your glutes are on, that's why. Congratulations, you turned on your gluteus max.
Am I still doing the silly walk with the...
No, you're not doing the,
It must look gorfy.
Gorfy?
What if I was in high heels and doing... It's even easier to do it in high heels.
Actually, if you walk on your toes like that, it'll help you find your VMOs, your inner hamstrings, and your gluteus max more. Do you feel them now?
Yes.
But you're not doing the limp anymore.
Maybe I should do it like I'm a model though.
No, I don't want you doing that. Yeah, you're not limping, Mom.
So I should be wearing high heels, you're saying?
No, let me just humor me and go back to normal walking. Yeah, this is really exciting. Are you squeezing your glutes?
Yes, I am.
So here we have, Mom, it's the 7-day follow-up. So a lot has happened in 7 days, including a visit to your medical doctor. And I know that you even went and had some imaging done. Would you like to tell us what happened there?
Everything is fine. There might be a little bit of arthritis, but nothing really to talk about. Hips are perfect, and the spine is good. There was a little bit of shrinkage in a couple of spots, but very, very minimal and nothing to worry about. She said my treatment should be to work on a strong core and tight glutes.
Perfect. And so what have you noticed, because you've been doing the exercises, so what have you noticed works better for you for finding your glutes? Are there certain exercises that work better than others?
I just, as I'm standing here right now and I'm squeezing and tightening, that works. So when I'm walking, I concentrate on that. And when I'm just standing, I concentrate on that. It's, hard to remember all the time, but
you're starting to integrate it into like your daily activities.
Yes. And then every morning I do 3 of the exercises that you gave me, and you might have some fancy name for them, but basically I'm lying on the floor with my feet in the wall and tightening my glutes. And
so you've learned to find the feeling of when the glute actually contracts.
Yes.
And you get that nice warm
Yes.
burn feeling, and then you intensify the contraction.
Yes, and there's no sciatica right now, and the back is good. If I lift something, I might be a little worried in my own brain or my own mind that it's weak, but
yeah, that takes time to build up that confidence and bring that back. Part of this journey, I think, is redefining ourselves as we get stronger. So basically now what you're saying is you can catch yourself. Let's say you're walking and you notice that you start to have back pain. You realize it's because your glutes gave out. So then you can auto-correct.
That's right. Now, I haven't been walking and feeling the back pain since I started this, though, which is good. The first couple of days, yes. But right now, no. I'm feeling really good about the whole thing. And in the beginning, too, I wasn't sleeping at night because the pain was as soon as I lay down at night. And I don't have that anymore at all. I'm sleeping
that's
really well.
amazing news.
That is amazing.
Okay, what about sitting in bed? Because you said sitting in bed watching TV would make it worse.
Yes, it did. It did. But since I started working on the glutes, it's, no, sitting in bed is
okay.
the way it used to be. Good.
So you also mentioned to me that when you were doing the, we call them the sink squats because you hang onto the sink,
Yes.
the partial weight bearing squats. You notice that sometimes as you descend, you feel the glutes give out.
I do. I get to just a little bit down and it's good, a little bit more down, it's good, but then when I get almost to a sitting position, it's like...
They give out.
Yeah.
So now your new strategy is to go back into that position where they gave out, hold it, and see if you can find tension in the glutes again and get it back. So you can reclaim control of your booty.
Okay.
Okay, so why don't we get you on video doing a walk so we can compare the before and after. Oh, this is night and day. You don't even look like you're in pain. Like before you looked like you were in pain.
Before I was in pain, I just feel like I've been using
Your glutes, that's good. I like the fact that you feel the burn in your glutes. That's a sign that you're finding some muscle fibers in there that you probably haven't used in 70 years.
And you know what? You really use them more.
Yeah, you can definitely. I encourage you to play with, in fact, I would encourage anybody to play with modifying positions, doing things, partial weight bearing. Now, I wanted to address something that's been pissing me off, and that's this need for muscle confusion or doing a different workout every single day. Like, people seem to think that it's more ideal to join somebody's online fitness platform if it has over 300 workouts. Listen up. If you want to get stronger and more mobile and decrease pain, then doing a different workout every single day, sure, that's fun, but you're going about it all wrong. If you want your muscle to get stronger, that means you need time under tension. And that means doing the same damn exercises day in and day out. How do you think I got so strong? Do you guys have any idea just how much time I devote to doing isolation movements and isometrics? It's so basic and boring I don't even video it because nobody's gonna like that on Instagram. And I know nobody would want to join my online platform if they thought they were just gonna sit there and squeeze their arse. But it works. That's how you learn how to get better at contracting every single damn muscle fiber in your muscle, and that's how you actually get stronger and improve your movement patterns. And just know that I'm doing this too every single day, and I have a really positive attitude towards it because I know that this serves me well. This reminds me of something my mentor Julian once said. It's about wanting what you need instead of needing what you want. Anyhow, I'm really proud of my mother and I'm really excited for her because I know that being in pain is a massive buzzkill. So I'm just happy to see that she's got pep in her step and you can clearly see that she's walking so much better. So if you're interested in getting access to the body broccoli exercises once a week in my Strength Academy, Coach Gus and I do prepare a template for you. So if you want to get the ball rolling, definitely look into that. If you're interested in having me assess you in person, I have opened up that service, finally. So you can click the card or the link in the description box below to check out that. So maybe you don't want to be assessed by me. Maybe you're just like, girlfriend, I just want you to teach me how to do jump rope tricks. So you just let me know what it is that you need from me, and I will let you know if I can help you. All right, thanks for watching and subscribing. And if you have back pain, then I hope this video helps you. Until next time, bye. 1 pound.
Look at the curly ones.
I like
Actually,
the
I'm
chomps.
gonna get 2.
Oh, I thought you were doing sharesies.
Oh no.
Oh, sorry, those are all for you? Oh my God. Malteser bunny. A Smarties block? I didn't know they had Smarties in Britain. Wheels with the, oh, hello, my little friends.
I like those wheels.
Damn, milk chocolate jujubes. I've never seen salted caramel Kit Kat. I've never seen a crunchy cookie Reese. Crunchy mint M&Ms. Cadbury hot cocoa. Twix spread, Maltesers spread. So Mom got $74.50 worth of epicness.
Oh, you can do it.
I went for portion control.
Look, I got twice as much for twice as much.
I should probably plan what I'm going to say in advance so that this doesn't happen.